Next category is event and editorial. Event and editorial. First image, frozen in time. Frozen in time.
Can I ask a question about the?
This is not photojournalism.
It's not PJ. Okay. That was so they can do anything.
I knew right where you were going.
Yeah, so they can do anything they want to this. Okay.
Score of 80.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah, I knew you'd pick on me. I'm the bad guy on this in 78, and I love the image, I really do. I just don't get the title, Frozen in Time. I was expecting something tack sharp, and then when it turned it over, I went, oh, okay, wow. Yeah, so I gave it a 78. I'd love to know what the other judges think.
Okay, Mike, tell them.
I scored this an 82. I loved it. To me, the Frozen in Time is the cowboy and the hat, the upper body of the cowboy and the hat. I mean, he's frozen solid up there. I love the dichotomy. Is that the word I'm looking for?
That probably works.
I can't use those big words. I like the sharpness and the softness, okay? I can't use big words. And I'm trying to figure out, is that a pig or a cow? I keep looking, I think that's a pig, a big pig.
It's a cow.
It's a cow.
It's a cow.
How would you know? But I just thought the two, the sharp and the soft all in one was just what people from back east would say, wicked cool.
Okay, John.
I actually agree with what Michael was saying. I disagree with everything that Bob had said. I have no problem with the Frozen in Time. It obviously is Bob, the cowboy there that's flying through the air with his hat. So. A couple of things. I scored it an 81. I thought it was really interesting. I do things that I kind of relate to these things that are, some of it's in focus, some of it's stopped, some of it's in action, and I really love that sort of thing. There are a couple of things that I would consider. I don't know how much more you have on this frame, or if you have a different frame, but the clown or the cowboy that's running off to the left, his hand being right there as a tangent along the left-hand side. If you could give that a little bit more room. And I wish that the cowboy hat that is Frozen in Time up there, Bob, wasn't having a tangent along the top of that structure in the back. I wish it was overlapping a little bit more, and nothing you can change about that, but that's just a small thing. But I think it's a fantastic photograph outside of those things. In fact, I scored it at 81, so I think it's in the right category for that.
Okay, thank you. So, memo to Bob, learn more about Bronco riding. Okay, next image, Runaway Bride. Runaway Bride.
Score 79.
Okay, Bob.
I'm going to challenge this, okay? Because the only thing that I can see that's wrong with it is the overexposure on the dress. That's about it. But this is absolutely stunning. The lighting is perfect on the horse and the girl. It's absolutely stunning. Pull the dress down, and I would go higher. I gave this an 82. So I'm challenging this simply because it's exactly where we want it. She's riding into the picture. And the only thing I can hear you guys saying is the overexposure of the dress. So there it is.
Okay, John?
Yep. If your subject is the dress and the bride there, it really does have to be exposed correctly. That's what makes it, for me, I scored it 78. I think it's a nice image, and I love the feel of the horse moving through here and the area that it's in. I think all that works pretty well. But if this is about the bride and the dress, then it really does have to be the one thing that's exposed correctly. Also, on the right side, there seems to be this odd darkening or vignetting, and I find that distracting. So I'm probably going to stick with my 78.
Okay, Mike.
I scored this 78. When it first came up, I looked at, and yeah, it was fantastic. The title, Runaway Bride, horse is just standing there, so you might consider a change of the title. I agree with John on the vignetting on the right-hand side, either vignette the whole thing down and you have a better image. The dress is a little blown out, but there is some detail in the creases there. I could go up to an 80 if you talk me into it.
Well,
Okay.
here's my rebuttal.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah, here's the rebuttal, and I appreciate your saying that, Michael, but I don't believe that is a vignetting on the top right-hand corner. I think it's sun flare, because it's a backlit photograph, and that's part of the elements on the front element of a lens. You will get flare shooting into the sun, and it is going into the sun. As far as the overexposure on the dress, I can live with that. As far as as the horse is not moving, we don't know if that horse is not moving. Could have been shot at 5,000th of a second, who knows? But I just think it's exquisite, and I really urge you to reconsider.
Okay, judges, please rescore.
Yeah, that's a third over 4.
New score of 80.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Okay, good challenge, Bob, good challenge. Okay, next image. Big boom. Big boom.
All right, score of 81.
Okay, John.
What a great moment. I mean, you can tell everybody is reacting to whatever is blowing up there. I scored it at 80. I was a low guy here. But definitely a merit image. Just a great capture. Great silhouette of all these reenactors standing there. It's really nice. I could probably go a little bit higher than that, but. The one thing I wish that the explosion itself was not so, the smoke was not so blown out. That I find that pretty distracting. My eye goes right to that constantly. Very nice image.
Okay, Bob.
I was hoping somebody would challenge this. This is an incredible little image, and I started to chuckle when I saw it. The poor guy on the right there, his expression is, there is no expression, he's just like fearful for his life and trying to protect his ears. And the other guys are going, oh, hello, what's going on there? This is a very difficult shot, very difficult shot. It's backlit and you've got good detail in the shadows, good details in the highlights, except for the overblown in the smoke. And you know what, there's no way around that. If you want detail in the shadow areas, which you do, you cannot have everything unless you're going to have a 12 exposure difference in your cameras. But this is absolute, I think it should go higher. But I'm not going to challenge it. I gave it an 82, and I think it's fabulous.
Okay, Mike.
I scored an 81. I really enjoyed the image. Maybe half a stop to a stop, less exposure, you'd have it right on. The orange would jump out of the smoke. The smoke wouldn't be as blown out as it was. But I tell you what, I wish I shot this. That is way cool. And how do you know it's a reenactment? How do you know it's not?
It wasn't taken.
Taken back then. You're just assuming.
I read something into it that maybe it was the wristwatch on the guy on the left.
Actually, John, it's an iWatch.
That was right about your time frame there, Bob. All right, thank you. Next image. Next image, the need for speed. The need for speed.
All right, score of 87.
All right, Bob, you need to explain yourself.
I'm the low guy again. I don't get this. I gave it an 84, and so that's not a bad score. This is incredible. I guess the only thing that held me back is I'd like to see it printed down a little bit. Wherever you are, kudos to you, because either you're in a chase plane or you're on top of a mountain with a 10,000 millimeter lens on this thing. It's simply outstanding. Pull it down, I will go higher.
Okay, Michael.
I'm going to challenge this. I underscored it. I scored it an 88. It belongs in the next category up in Superior.
That's your challenge?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the trail coming behind the jet. Look at the flames. You can see the flames coming out from the afterburners. You can see how sharp the jet is. And then all the extra on the side and in front of the jet, the texture there. Wow.
Okay, John?
Well, if he wasn't going to, are we responding now? to
Yeah,
Jeff?
yeah, this is,
Well,
yeah.
okay, well, if Michael wouldn't have challenged it, I was going to challenge it. I scored it a 90, and just for everything that's been said, it is a fabulous image. You get a sense of speed from it, from all that streaking, the diagonal, and the fact that it's on a diagonal makes it more dynamic as well. The diagonal of the wings, the attitude of the airplane, but the diagonal of the motion, really, really terrific. And just seeing that trail of superheated air behind it, and everything being really tack sharp. I mean, it's an image I would have loved to have taken. So I'm definitely up there in the 90s because I'm already up there in the 90s.
Okay, Michael, any rebuttal?
I'm going to go up to 91, so join me on that train and score the plane like it should be.
Okay, judges, rescore, please. Good job, guys.
I'll raise your 91.
Score of 90.
Nicely done, thank you.
What was the score?
Final score is a 90.
They went up to score.
Okay, that's the end of that category, judges.